Hello everyone, in this LoL Weekly Special we're going to have a brief look at the new items for Dominion mode as they've been released in the patch, and you can have a look at them, and we're going to have an overview of what they may be like and how good they're going to be.
How they're going to fit into the game.
Yeah, we'll start off by looking at the Prospectors group. Now, there are three items. There's Prospector's Blade, Prospector's Ring and Prospector's Shield. They're basically the new type of Dorans. Now, if we look at Prospector's Blade, it's 200 damage, 20 damage, 5% lifesteal, and increase your health by 200, which doesn't stack with other Prospector's items. Now, this is basically an upgrade from Doran's Blade, because you won't be able to buy Doran's items in Dominion mode. You'll just be able to buy...
What?
You won't be, no, because they're going to be
Why
overpowered.
not?
You just buy 6 Doran's Blades, you know? It's not really a big improvement, really, from Doran's. Doran's only got 10 damage, 4% lifesteal, isn't it? So...
No, the health doesn't stack, basically.
Yeah, so you can't stack Prospectors, which is, I think that's good, because that means you can get better items. Now, if we look at Prospector's Ring, it's basically the same sort of thing. It's 30 bits power and 7 mana for 5. These all seem to give 200 health, which is, so you can't buy multiple different Prospectors, all the same Prospectors. And there's also Prospector's Shield, which they haven't released yet, but it's going to have the same sort of abilities as Doran's Shield.
It's going to be quite nice to see them.
Yeah, and they each cost 950. Now in Dominion mode, you start off with 1375 gold. That means if you buy this, you can afford to buy rank 1 boots and 2 health potions. So I think that's going to be the standard starting.
Do you not think everyone would start with rank 2 boots?
You can start with rank 2 boots, but then what are you going to buy? You're going to have, what, 200 gold left over to buy, what, a couple of health potions? So,
Mana regen.
mana, you go, yeah, so this is a possible starting build. I think that's what they're going for, is Prospectors, boots, and 2 health potions. That's the idea for this new thing.
Wow, 1300 gold is going to be a lot of chaos.
That is, and you start at level 3, so... Staying at the 950 gold section, if we look at the Lightbringer, this will also cost 950 gold.
50% attack speed, 17% lifesteal, and a passive. It grants your attacks vision of your target for 5 seconds. That's quite a nice little thing.
That is good. So that'd be good for
That's gonna be a different item.
shredders, I'd say, like Cogmore or you know, Teemo. I think that'd be a good item for Teemo to have, definitely, because you can just keep shooting people.
Yeah, definitely. Without this item, Teemo would not be able to shoot people.
But you know, the vision
Let's
will be good.
move on. You're an idiot.
We'll move on.
And we got Kite's Blood Razor.
Yeah.
Which is sort of a standard sort of pickaxe, recurve bow. 30 attack damage, 40% attack speed. But your attacks deal magic damage equal to 2.5% of the target's maximum health. So it's kind of like the worst version of Madred's Blood Razor.
Madred's just 4%, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
so it's the worst
We're not
version.
entirely sure if they're going to not have Madras available, so you're forced to buy this one. We're not entirely sure, but I don't know if it'll stack if it is there either. But the important thing is we don't actually know how much it's going to cost. I'd say roughly 2.5, 2.8 maybe. I'd give that.
Probably around that, yeah. Probably about 1,000 less than Madred's, because what Madred's has got the Madred's razors
Yeah.
in it, and they're about 1,000.
They're completely useless, I'd say, in Dominion. So yeah.
So they're probably looking to get rid of that element of the Blood Razor. So yeah, that's quite nice. We've got the Ionic Spark, which is 45% attack speed, 250 health, and every 4th attack unleashes a chain lightning,
Yeah.
dealing 100 magic damage up to 4 targets.
This is for the melee carries, I'd say. This is for Ash.
This is going to be like Kyle. Imagine Kyle with this. Already doing crazy splash damage.
Twisted bait with this and Executioner's
Nah,
Calling.
Kyle splash damage on everything, and then every 4th hit,
You got
there'd be
Mega
these
Splash.
bolts of lightning all over the place.
This
It's gonna
could,
be
yeah,
crazy.
the rise of the Tiamat again. You could definitely see this working with Tiamat quite well.
Ugh, Tiamat devastation.
Yeah.
Oh, it'd be crazy. Then we got the Hextech Sweeper, which is pretty much like Hextech. Not Hextech. I'm thinking of Vampiric.
Yeah.
I'm what I'm thinking of. No, I was Hextech. I was right. What is it called though? I can't even think.
The Revolver, the Will of the Ancients. What are you thinking of? Gunblade?
No, you always get it when you play Vlad.
Oh, Crystal Scepter.
Ancient book of some kind.
The Will of the Ancients.
Will of the Ancients.
Right.
This kind of looks like Will of Ancients.
What
with
on
help.
earth are you on about? It's.
I don't know. I've just looked at
It's,
it. And
yeah,
it's not
abilities
really like that
you
at
give
all.
you vision on target. So it's basically it's like the Lightbringer or wherever it's called, which so it gives vision. Your spells will give vision, and you can use it, and it will cover an area with a mist granting vision of units.
It's quite crazy.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting. Definitely a sort of tanky-ish AP item. I'd say Annie well worth.
There's a crazy item they've decided to release, which is Entropy.
Entropy, yeah.
It looks to be made from Phage, BF sword,
So,
and then obviously a bit
the
more gold.
super frozen mallet.
So it's like 275 health, 70 attack damage, and then the passive 25% chance to hit to reduce your target's movement speed.
That's the
pretty
page.
standard.
That's the page.
But then the unique, your attacks reduce your target's movement speed by 30% and deal 80 true damage over 2.5 seconds.
I know. That's quite dangerous. That's a Xin Zhao item written all over it, I'd say.
That's quite nasty.
That is brutal. And then there's Odyn. Oh, how do you pronounce it? Odyn.
I want to see if this active stacks.
It probably resets. It resets to true damage, I'd say, is what I'm expecting. Like Timo's mushrooms.
Oh, if it's stacked and you had like 2.5 attack speed,
then there would be anyone left alive.
They slowly bleed to death.
And then you get a Madred's Blood Rays, whatever it's called. And
oh man, that'd be so horrible. What have we missed out? We've got the Sanguine.
Odin's Veil. This is the new Banshee's Veil, basically. But you don't have the Banshee's Veil in Dominion. You have Odin's Veil. Now this is basically the exact same build. You buy it the exact same way, but this time it will cost you 2,700, I think, as opposed to 2,900, I think. A Banshee's Veil is roughly.
This looks quality.
It's
350 health, 350 mana, 50 magic resist. Unique passive reduces and stores 10% of the magic damage dealt to your champion.
Yeah, that's big.
Ooh. Unique active deals 200 plus the stored magic. That's crazy.
It's like Galio's ulti sort of thing, isn't it?
Yeah,
or
absorb damage, but then you can unleash it to nearby enemy units. So basically, you can just tell they've gone very aggressive with what they want the game to be like.
Yeah, they definitely don't want a Banshee's Veil. They want this because Banshee's Veil, I think, would be quite powerful in Dominion. So this, because especially if you're capturing a base, you know, if you get hit, it stops you from capturing. If you have Banshee's Veil, you know, it takes 2 hits. So they've got rid of it for a good reason. There's also Priscilla's Blessing, which is 25 health regen per 5, and unique passive, 15% bonus capture rate. Now this doesn't stack, which is quite interesting. And if you activate it, you get 30% movement speed for 2 seconds. Now this is it looks like quite a cheap item. It builds off 2 regrowth pendants. Now I'm thinking this is probably less than 1,000. It's going to cost you probably 950 is what my guess is. But 15% capture rate, I think this is going to be a very, very good item to grab.
It's going to be a big item, yeah. Everyone wants capture rate, so.
I don't know if you're going to get it early on in the game or later on in the game. That's the real question, where you're going to get it. But I think for less than 1,000, I would estimate it to be less than 1,000. We don't really know just yet, but that is a good value item to get. I don't think you should get it as your first item, no, I don't think. Unless you really want to be like Rammus and get to the top point straight away. Because you can use it to give you 30% movement speed for 2 seconds. So unless you're going to go for that sort of strategy, I think this should probably be maybe your 3rd or 4th item. Because I just don't think it's that great early on. So it's precision. Yeah.
I think it will grow well. I think it seems more of a early mid type.
Early mid? Oh yeah.
Early mid version of the game. I don't think late game it would have much effect. Because surely everyone would just be dead then.
Well,
I don't know. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, it's a good little item, and I think that is I'd say second.
The way items tend to work is that the cheaper they are, it's because you want to get them early game.
Do you think?
Yeah,
because there are certain items like Haunting Guy, which is really cheap. I'd never buy it just because it's such a middle tier.
Early game, it's good.
If it's a middle tier item,
it drops off so quickly towards the end of the game.
Yeah, I mean for that same sort of money, you get a Void Staff, which I think is much better. Really, 200 health. I mean, you don't need that for very Haunting Guys. But yeah, this is no one of the items.
Definitely.
Sanguine Blade. This is instead the Bloodthirster. I think they get rid of Bloodthirster because the thing about you're going to die a lot in Dominion, so you're never really going to be maxing out the stacks on the Bloodthirster. So they put this in to replace it.
Yeah, it seems for Dominion mode this seems like a perfectly good way of sort of fixing that problem, really. So it's a nice little item.
How much would you say? I'd say 28, maybe 3,000. Oh, Bloodthirster's 3,200. So it's.
I was 1650 for BF, 450 for the Scepter.
It's easy to see 1,000 or 900.
It's the same. I reckon it'd be 2,900.
Yeah, that sounds reasonable.
Max, I would say max.
Because you do need attack speed for it to be really useful, don't you? So.
Yeah, it's probably going to be around the 2,500, I'd say.
Yeah,
it's quite a nice looking item.
And finally, I think we have the Oracle's Extract, which is the new sort of Oracle item. It costs you 250 gold instead of 400, but it only lasts for 5 minutes or until you die. So this is sort of like...
With thinking that maybe you won't be able to buy oracles.
Yeah, because I can't really see the use.
Because it would kind of tie in with the 2 items they put in with vision creating things.
Yeah.
So that seems to be quite a big thing. So I think oracles might not be allowed in Dominion mode, but we don't know. You don't really know anything.
Yeah. Well, these are the I think we've covered all of them. These are the items that will be exclusive, I think, to Dominion Orpheus. So actually, I don't think you'll be able to get them in Summoner's Rift, which is a bit of a shame. Because I definitely would like to have some of these in Summoner's Rift, especially the ones that give vision. That'd be got you.
Yeah, that would be pretty funny.
But you know, we're roughly giving you an idea of what they're going to be like, how much they're going to cost. They're quite good. These are good items, I think, definitely.
Yeah, no, they definitely look pretty nice. So, furthermore, with the patch, instead of just pressing, what is it, G?
G.
J?
G.
It is G.
Yeah.
Instead of just pressing G to ping what you want someone to do, you know, where you spam G someone, you attack them, and then everyone dies.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what happens.
Yeah. That's what ping
you
does.
can press V instead, and V is the reverse. It's run away.
Yeah.
We're all gonna die.
Yeah.
So there's a nice little thing they put in there. So it's pretty useful. Just a little thing to help communicate better, which is quite nice.
Yeah. For teams that just don't like to chat.
They should have some kind of locating device that would work out where your character is geographically on the map.
Spacebar. What do you mean?
No, and then when you press H, it means that you're missing someone in your lane visually, and then it would automatically write it out.
So if you
for
press H, whichever lane you see is SS bot, SS mid, SS top.
Yeah,
perfect.
because there is a geographical thing detecting where you are.
What if you're in the
within
jungle and you press H? Would it just disconnect you from the game?
auto kick and ban for misuse of the server.
Yeah. Patrol.
Yeah, so that would be quite sweet.
That's in the next patch.
I'm working on that with Riot
Yeah.
as we speak.
We'll send him an email.
Look out for that guy. Look out
Actually,
for it.
they watch this. What are we on about? Obviously, they watch this, so they'll get it. Good. But this is a brief overlook of the items. They'll only be in Dominion mode, which I think may be coming out next patch. I'd say probably within the next 2 patches. I'd say Dominion will be out.
I would say so, yeah.
So I'd like to look forward to seeing you on the Crystal Scar.
Dun dun dun.
Goodbye.
Bye bye. Thanks for watching.